Hey gang, Bison here. Finally we have some nice weather out here in New York. It's like it was 58 and 60 today, which is a heat wave compared to what we've been dealing with the last few months. Endless snow and freezing temperatures. The other day I had opened the FJ door and I realized that the strapping, the webbing for my impact rack that holds my food pouch, one side came unbuckled. I didn't catch it, and this end dangled, and I guess I must have slammed it in the door and broke the buckle off. And that led me to thinking, I mean, first of all, it's a pain in the ass because you got to unstitch it and stitch a new one on, even though the top is fine. To find the same size is not that easy. That looks the same, that is. And then to stitch it again, and it's a lot of work. But, you know, this is an easy fix, and I'll show you the solution to that in a second. But, you know, this is just a pouch in my car. It breaks off. I can just leave it in the back. But, you know, it led me to think, you know, in a bug-out situation, camping situation, you got your packs, you're out in the middle of the field, middle of the woods, miles away, and a strap breaks, a buckle breaks. A lot of things that I don't see in videos are people bringing things to repair their equipment in the field. Like I see a lot of people have those little tiny hotel-size sewing kits. Okay, that's great with extra buttons and needle and thread for clothing, but, you know, what about your gear? And that's a concern that dawned on me until I broke this. And not many people talk about carrying equipment to repair their gear in the field if they have to, because if a strap breaks on your pack or what have you, you're in a lot of trouble, especially if you're, you know, an insane prepper carrying stupid amount of weight like I do, and I'm going to go back and revise all my some of my packs to kind of lighten them up, because I've learned a lot about what you need and don't need by carrying the stuff around and hauling it and obsessively going through it. Anyway, so I was in Eastern Mountain Sports the other day and I found this product by Sea to Summit. It's a field repair buckle. It was $4.95 and it's very cool. There is no sewing involved. It's 2 pins that screw in with regular Phillips head screws, and pretty much all you need to do is remove the pins, cut the buckle off, put the pin through, and she's good as new. So it's going to save you a lot of time and energy, especially if you're out in the field in bad weather or, you know, cold, rain, heat, whatever, and you don't have the equipment to start sewing. This is a great item. I bought a couple of these. I'm going to keep, you know, 2 in each pack that have buckles of this size. You can buy these in 3 or 4 different sizes. I also recommend carrying, you know, aside from these in different sizes, some extra webbing, straps, bungees, etc. for repairs or to lashing extra items to your bag and your travels. So I'm going to take her out of the package, and we'll see how easy this install is. Alright, I'm back. I just put on the bottom part here because it was already broken, so we're going to remove the top buckle, the female portion of it, which is still good. I'm going to cut it off with a pair of linesmen. I left my good pair of wire cutters, the heavy duty ones that are probably a better application for this job, on a job site, which I'll reclaim in the next day or two. So I'm just going to put this here in the corner without cutting the webbing. I can get it in. My right hand still isn't 100% since the surgery, but she'll work. And also helps using a heavy duty plier for we can. So pretty much I just snapped it, and we're going to bend it to the side. Now she's completely broken off, and I can pull out the broken piece of plastic like so. So now what we do is take your top portion here of the quick release buckle and your piece of webbing that's already looped and stitched, stick it in here, put your screw in. Now I'm going to back these out later. I just had another thought where, since they are screws and, you know, driving around they could back out, I'm going to hit them with some red thread lock so that way they don't come out. So the pin's in, it's seated, and all we do is tighten her up. Make her nice and tight. And there we go. We have a brand new quick release buckle. The downside to these are it's not double where you can actually feed it through and tighten it, but my pouches are so fat that they're pretty much maxed out already, which is okay. Plus I've got the keepers here, and that'll help. So let's see how she works. Just zoom back a hair. The other back. Oh, I'm already back. I'll lift up these straps. Cool thing is these Velcro on, so if the buckles fail, you know, it's still kind of attached. We have this one locked in nice, and let's test out our new buckles. And we'll tuck it in here. And there we go. Good to go. They don't match, but that's not a big deal. I've actually used this method of repair before, because the same thing happened, you know, about a year ago to this pouch. This is a different Sea to Summit one, but it's the same application with the screws. This one has screws on alternating sides. The one I just put on has the screws on both sides. So there you go, gang. Something to think about. The importance of field repair and the ability to do it, and having the right things to do it when you're in the field if one of your packs or pieces of gear fails. So I'm glad this happened to me in a normal situation. It was food for thought, and I'm going to make sure I keep items in my get-home bag and bug-out bag to fix items if they break, like buckles and straps. So there you go, gang. Again, it was Sea to Summit, Eastern Mountain Sports, $4.95. Thanks for watching. Bison out.